Well, I spoke to Thomas Hand and his daughter Emily shortly before we came on air today. Well, I'm delighted to say I'm joined now by Thomas Hand and by his daughter Emily. So, Thomas, it's fantastic to see you both. It's great to see you because I guess because I'm a father, I have a 12-year-old girl myself. I'm Irish. And so your story of so many stories in this awful war resonated with me very personally. And I can't tell you how thrilled I was when you were reunited with Emily. And let me start just by asking you about that moment for you. What was it like for you to finally, after everything you'd been through, thinking she was dead, then hearing she might be alive, then hearing she was being released, the moment that we all watched on video when she ran towards you, what were you thinking?
It was unbelievable. It was a miracle. When we were waiting, they were supposed to have released her much earlier than that during the day, according to our agreements. But we waited a long time. And during that time, of course, I'm thinking something's gone wrong, something's going to go wrong, either on the Hamas side or on our own government side, the Israeli government side. You know, you just, until I saw the colour of her eyes, I couldn't hope. I had to keep my feelings and emotions down.
I can see her sitting there. She doesn't speak much English. You brought her up speaking Hebrew. But she wanted to sit in on this interview with you, which I guess may be an indication just generally of not wanting to leave your side very much. How has she been doing, Emily, since she got back?
To be very honest, she's doing incredibly well. Kids are just amazingly resilient. Her speech is almost back at full volume. She's eating like a horse. She sleeps well. Not too many nightmares. Not too many nightmares. The occasional one, but sometimes I just watch her in the night, and when I see her crunching up her face, I wake her up, break the nightmare.
And how are you doing, Thomas? Because you've been through so much in the last 100 days. Your peaceful life was suddenly just thrown to pieces in so many ways, and I'll come to some of the other ways that people may not even realise. But how are you doing?
I'm actually doing very well. I actually wasn't in a great position before this all started, mentally. Depression. But because of it all, it's made me stronger. If you can get through this, I can get through anything. All the interviews, all the television interviews, the newspaper interviews, you're reliving not just that day. My day started the evening before. So I'm living from the 6th, the evening of the 6th, to whenever the interview took place. Like, I'm maybe going to have to relive it again for you from the 6th till this date. And so I was at one point talking 12 hours a day, every day of the week. And that's basically what you do in therapy. It was free psychotherapy. So I'm much stronger.
On October the 7th, we know now that Emily, of course, was having a sleepover with her friend Hilla. And her mother was to play a very important role with what then happened with Emily. And we'll come to that. But what was your first inkling that something very bad was going down?
Right. Yeah, it was instinct. It was there was no way to work out something like that was happening. It was a feeling of dread, something not right on that day. Since we pulled out of Gaza in 2005, we've been peppered, hammered with Qassam rockets from Gaza all the time. And we're used to that. We just get the siren. It's Saver Adom. It comes over the whole intercom connections. Even on your phone, Saver Adom. Saver Adom means red colour. So wherever you are, you look for the nearest bomb shelter and get there pretty swiftly. We have, in Kibbutz Be'eri, we have 11 seconds, which isn't a long time, but you don't panic. And at first you panicked, you ran like the clappers, but as the years go by, you just drop everything in a second. There's no panic, you just swiftly get there. 11 seconds is quite a long time.
The full horror of what is actually unfurling took quite a while to be understood by people, the kind of medieval barbarism that was going on. But what was the moment, Thomas, for you that you realised that Emily was gone?
Not for a few days later. I'm sorry, but my time scale is completely gone. These last 3 months seem like a year already, so I have no time reference anymore. But within a week, I was informed that she'd been found dead in the kibbutz.